All right, Delta State baseball fans, this is the one pretty much the entire Gulf South Conference has been waiting for since the preseason rankings were released. Delta State versus West Florida. In that preseason poll, the Statesmen and Argonauts got an equal number of votes, so it was a tie for the coach's pick to win the league. Already a highly anticipated game. A little more drama gets added in because DSU and UWF were tied for first place in the GSC standings heading into this final weekend. So whoever wins the series wins the conference. A Friday-Saturday series starting on April 25th. DSU ace Michael Manley struck out 8 batters in 7 innings of Game 1, but the Argonauts had productive innings, leading Delta 5-0 after 7. We're going to skip most of the game, start these highlights in the 9th. West Florida at bat with 1 out, fly ball to shallow left field, has 3 Statesmen going after it. Shortstop Benji Sullivan calls it slips and still makes the catch on his knees. That one deserves to be on SportsCenter. Bottom 9 now, last chance for the Statesmen, who are still down 5-0. First batter, Ben Pickard, is walked. Landon Thibodeau follows that with a single, and the Argos change pitchers. Casey Hinton reaches on a fielder's choice here where Thibodeau is out at second, but Pickard advances to third. Mark McMillan in to pinch hit here. He sends a hit bouncing to the outfield. Pickard scores to put Delta's first run on the board. Jordan Chauvinek follows that with a hit over the second baseman's head. Hinton rounds third and crosses home plate. Delta still trailing 5-2. Will Robertson gets walked, so it's bases loaded for Dex Harrington. Another shot just above second baseman. McMillan scores on this one, and the scoreboard now reads 5-3. The Argos change pitchers again. It doesn't help. Brent Langston sends one to left field. It's Chauvinek's turn to score, and it's a 1-run ballgame, folks, 5-4. Bases loaded for Carlos Leal. He goes after the very first pitch. Perfectly placed hit. Robertson and Harrington score to give Leal the walk-off single with 2 RBI. Unbelievable. Statesmen win Game 1 in the bottom of the 9th inning over West Florida, 6-5.
Yeah, we're realistic about that. We know we don't want to be in that position often and that you aren't going to always come from 5 runs down against a quality team. But there's a lot to say for just not quitting, for just giving yourself a chance to have something good to happen. And it's in small doses. But, you know, in Friday night's game, I thought we had some of the best at-bats we had had all year long with our backs to the wall there in the last inning. You know, in baseball now, with the new bats, the BB cores, and all, the probability of getting 3 hits in a row is in a coach's mind not real great, but we hit about 4 or 5 in a row right there to get us back in and did some really good things and kind of gave us some momentum coming into the day.
After all that excitement, Saturday, April 26th was Senior Day for Delta State baseball. Statesmen seniors who were honored prior to the first game of the doubleheader were Jordan Chauvinek, Tyler Dalton, Dex Harrington, Casey Hinton, Brent Langston, Carlos Leal, Michael Manley, Travis Northern, Taylor Stark, Ricky Velez, and Ricky Winters.
Well, I mean, we had kind of a family-type atmosphere here with all the guys. You know, you just get to know a lot of people, and it just kind of helps you just be a better person, you know, with all the guys here.
In baseball, I think is kind of unique in that not only do you have them here at school for 10 months out of the year like all programs do, but we just spend so much time together. We play 50 games. We travel so much, nights in motels, meals, practices, just grinding it out every day. And I think there's got to be a mutual respect there, and certainly on my part it is. I really respect them and their families. And you know, we've got a couple of those guys, Langston and Winters, who've been with us 4, and the other one 5 years. And you know, those relationships are really special. You get attached to the families. And we have what I think is a strong sense of family in our program. You know, I think the parents understand that, the players and fans understand that. And we want them to come into the program, but in a sense never really leave, stay connected. So they've been great for us, and I'm just proud of where they are right now, and they're providing some really good senior leadership for us.
Brent Langston starts the second game of the series off right with a 2-run home run in the second. Here in the fifth, Dex Harrington beats the throw to first, while Jonathan Andrews crosses home plate, putting the Statesmen up 3-0 on West Florida. Taking it to the top of the sixth, Drew Milligan on the mound for DSU. The Argos have 2 on, but Milligan gets that batter to go down looking. Delta tacks on 1 more run in the bottom of the 8th and takes Game 2 of the series over West Florida 4-0. In the final game of the series, West Florida jumped out to the lead again, up 3-0 on Delta State after the top of the 3rd, but the Statesmen get it going in the bottom of the 3rd when Ben Pickard hits a single to left field with bases loaded. That brings in Dex Harrington and Will Robertson, and DSU has cut that lead to 1. UWF scores again in the 4th to make it a 4-2 game, but with 2 runners on in the bottom of that inning, Jordan Chauvinek's single brings home Landon Thibodeau, and it's back to a 1-run game. Bases loaded again, Harrington in the batter's box. Ball is caught in left field, but Casey Hinton tags up and scores, tying the game 4-4. Brent Langston follows that with a hit up the middle and an RBI when Chauvinek rounds 3rd, crosses home plate. Statesmen take the lead here 5-4. Then it's Ben Pickard sending 1 to the wall. Langston and Robertson score to put Delta up by 3 runs, and Delta State holds on for the win 7-4 and a complete series sweep.
Well, I think anytime, you know, at the end of when the schedule comes out and you look at it and you see that whether we're playing West Florida the last week of the season or early, as we've done in the past, we know it's going to be meaningful. And you try and get your guys to understand that, and at the same time you get them to understand that, you know, while they're a good opponent and there's a history and a rivalry there and great respect for us, for their program, at the same time, you know, we have to just do the things that we can do. We have to play against the game as much as we do the opponent. I'm just really proud of the effort we had. You know, everything starts with effort. Starts with effort, and we got great effort this weekend, great heart, great desire. That's about half the battle right there. And so I just tip my hat to our guys and to our team. I thought we performed well in the clutch, and you know, very fortunate to play well enough to get out of here with a series sweep.
So that crazy come-from-behind win in Game 1 and sweeps of Game 2 and 3 give the Statesmen the series and the #1 seed in the Gulf South Conference Tournament, which is coming up very soon. For GoStatesmen.com, I'm Katie Smith.